Hello, we are enjoying life in San Diego after 50. Thank you for joining us. Today, I'd like to start a new series about starting over at 50 from Hawaii to San Diego. My adventure begins, part 1. I want to share my journey of starting over at 50. It's been a crazy and fun ride so far, and I really mean it when I say if I can do it, anyone can. I moved from Hawaii to San Diego in June of 2014. I was on the verge of turning 50, no college degree, divorced, and Asian. I had no job, no friends, and no place of my own to stay. I stayed at my son's place when I first moved here. Crazy, right? My family thought so, and although they were supportive, they were terrified of my decision, especially my identical twin sister who has always been there for me. But she did not try to stop me because she understood my desire to try and didn't want me to be one of those shoulda, woulda, coulda. One of the reasons that I wanted to live on the mainland is because I was born and raised in Japan. My father was in the military, which is an island, albeit a big island, but an island nonetheless. When he retired, he moved us to Hawaii, where he was from, which is also an island. Do you see where I'm going with this? I was also in love with the idea of getting in your car and going on a spontaneous road trip to anywhere. Mind you, I've never been spontaneous in my life, but I love the notion of having the freedom to be able to do so, even at a moment's notice. But the real reason I wanted to leave Hawaii was because of all the loss I suffered. It felt like everywhere I looked, it was just a constant reminder of what I've lost and who isn't here anymore, and it was starting to take a toll on my mental health. So I quit my job and moved to San Diego with little savings, a whole lot of fluttering in my heart, and 100% determination. I will be honest to say I was very anxious when I wasn't able to find a job right away. I was so naive to think it would be easier than it actually was. While searching for a job, I decided to take multiple online classes to enhance my skills, to improve my resume, but it still took 8 weeks before I found my first job. As a side note, if you are listing typing as a skill set on your resume, you should obtain a typing certificate from an accredited business college, educational institution, public agency, or professional service. So yes, you will need to visit that location and take a typing test in person. A lot of companies will not accept certificates issued from online websites. Funny story, I applied to a job that required bilingual skills and was so excited when they called me in for an interview. However, once I got there, they wanted to test my bilingual skills and proceeded to talk to me in Spanish. I let them know I do not speak Spanish, and they were confused because they said their post specifically listed bilingual as a requirement. I am bilingual, but my second language is Japanese, not Spanish. I learned then and there that in San Diego, bilingual usually means Spanish English speaking. As I continued to seek employment, I quickly realized that I was not only up against the almost 1.4 million people living in San Diego, but also those people who were crossing the border from Mexico. When I did not get any responses, I knew my process wasn't working and I had to do something to stand out. I decided to change and adjust the verbiage on my cover letters and my resume and continued to do so until I started to get responses from potential employers. After I found my first job, I was finally able to secure my own place. For reference, in San Diego, most landlords require proof of income in the form of a copy of recent pay stubs, which makes a lot of sense. I was really lucky when I found my new residence. It was a room in a house with my own entrance, own bathroom, and an inner door leading to the common areas. I also had a spot on the driveway, and we had a washer and dryer in the garage, which was not coin operated. Now it was time to really explore what was out there. For me, dating at 50 and in a new city was overwhelming and scary. But I will save that for next time. Thank you for watching.